One nighttime habit is quietly stopping your liver from healing. You feel it as groggy mornings, stubborn cravings, and progress that never sticks. Stay with me for a calm, safe fix you can start tonight. I'm going to start with a familiar scene. The kitchen light is the only glow in the house. The clock has slipped past 11, and there's a half-open pint of ice cream calling your name. Maybe it's a bowl of frosted cereal, a leftover slice of pizza, or that chilled 2-liter soda waiting in the fridge. I've been there too, and here's the twist we rarely consider. Night is when your liver prefers to shift from all-day processing to quiet repair. It's like the night crew at a grocery store. Shelves get restocked, spills get mopped, the floor is polished. When we throw a late snack into the mix, especially certain kinds, we don't just add extra work. We can actually interrupt the very repairs that keep us feeling clear, energized, and resilient the next day. This isn't about fear or perfection. It's about timing, portion, and preparation, 3 small levers that change everything. There's a reason many people wake up groggy, crave more sugar by 10 a.m., or feel that stubborn midsection bloat. The night isn't a void. It's a window for your body to file, store, and reset. And while your liver is phenomenal at its job, certain late-night habits common in North America make that job harder than it needs to be. Think about the typical American evening. A drive-through milkshake on the ride home, a carbonated cola with a streaming marathon, a quick bowl of cereal because it feels light. Light on effort, yes. Light on impact, not always. Let me offer a simple frame. During the day, your liver helps manage the steady stream of nutrients you eat. At night, it tries to pivot toward housekeeping, sorting fuel, converting, packaging, and clearing. When you add sugar-heavy, fast-absorbing foods right before bed, you nudge the liver to postpone that housekeeping and jump back into rush hour mode. It's like asking the night crew to restock shelves while customers keep flooding in. Everything slows, and some repairs get pushed to tomorrow. Here's where things get practical. If late hunger is a real pattern for you, begin with the smallest, safest experiment: hydration first. A tall glass of water, or sparkling water, with a squeeze of lemon often takes the edge off. Next, give your body 5 to 10 quiet minutes. If you still feel genuine hunger, not boredom, not habit, aim for a snack shaped by fiber and protein rather than quick sugar. A few spoonfuls of plain yogurt with cinnamon, a small handful of unsalted nuts, or a modest portion of overnight oats can be surprisingly satisfying. The key is modest. North American portions can be heroic. This is one area where going smaller pays off. You'll hear me say this often. It's not never, it's not now, not that much. Because the most disruptive nighttime choice is not just the sweet dessert, though that matters. The real curveball is something many people don't even label as food. What's in the glass? The form and speed of what you drink can determine whether your liver spends the night repairing or firefighting. We'll get there soon, and I'll do it calmly and without scare tactics. But once you understand this single idea, your evenings will feel a lot more under your control. Another small lever: create a finish line. Decide on a friendly cutoff that fits real life. Maybe 2 to 3 hours before bed is your target most days, with plenty of grace for special occasions. When you do need to eat later, aim for simple, minimally processed ingredients and keep the flavors steady rather than intensely sweet. Avoid stacking sugars. Dessert plus soda plus sweet tea is a triple signal your liver has to juggle while it should be checking off maintenance tasks. When in doubt, choose texture over syrup. Chew over chugging. Chewing slows you down and pairs nutrients with fiber. Liquids tend to rush. I promised no exaggeration, and I'll keep that promise. Your body is adaptable, but patterns matter, and nighttime patterns shape how refreshed you feel in the morning. That's precisely why this series is designed to be clear, gradual, and kind. I'll also make a commitment to you now. At the end of this journey, I'll give you a quick 1-minute checklist you can save on your phone, plus a fast, budget-friendly recipe that turns late cravings into a tool, not a trap. No exotic powders, no complicated steps. Just a simple way to respect the work your liver prefers to do while you sleep. If you want to make progress today, pick one of these actions. Set a realistic kitchen cutoff, prep a small backup snack that's fiber-forward, Or swap your typical nighttime soda for sparkling water with citrus. These are ordinary choices, the kind that quietly snowball into better mornings. Less puffiness, steadier energy, easier focus. And if you slip, don't scrap the week. Reset at the next meal. The goal isn't perfection, it's momentum. Before we take a closer look at the single nightly habit that most often reroutes your liver from repair to overload, I want to acknowledge something honest. Some people eat late because life is full. Shift work, kids, long commutes. If that's you, I'm on your team. The strategies here are meant to be adaptive, not absolute. Use what fits your reality and ignore what doesn't. Even 1 or 2 changes can make a noticeable difference. Now keep this thought in your back pocket. Speed matters. The faster calories arrive, especially in sweet liquid form, the more likely they are to pull your body away from the quiet maintenance it planned for the night. In a moment, we're going to map exactly how that plays out and which common kitchen staple deserves the most scrutiny after dark. Understanding that will help you choose with confidence, not fear, not rules for the sake of rules, just better timing and smarter portions. The next tip is one of the most important, and ignoring it won't just limit your results. It can also carry unintended side effects. I'll keep it informative and practical so you can decide what fits your life. A moment ago, we explored why nights matter, how your body quietly lines up repair tasks once the day's rush settles down. Let's build on that foundation and make things even more useful. The pattern to watch isn't only what you eat, it's also the speed and form in which calories arrive after dark. When a snack is dense in quick sugars, or when sweetness comes dissolved in a bottle or can, your liver gets a different memo than the one it had planned. Instead of housekeeping, it's asked to run checkout lanes at full speed again. Think about a typical North American evening routine. A streaming queue, a dim living room, a cold cola or sweet tea within reach, maybe a bowl of sugary cereal because it seems light and effortless. These choices feel small in the moment, but your liver reads them as instructions. Liquids, especially sweetened ones, slip past the normal breaks your body uses to slow down absorption. No fiber, almost no chewing, just a quick parade into the bloodstream. At night, that's like turning on bright fluorescent lights in the store after hours and inviting customers back in. Housekeeping waits, the mop stays in the closet. Here's a simple way to picture it without fear or guilt. During the day, you can get away with more busy traffic because you're moving, thinking, circulating, and burning. At night, your physiology expects a calmer street. A big shipment of sugar, particularly in liquid form, is a rush delivery that can redirect energy toward quick processing and away from gradual repair. You might notice it the next morning as foggy thinking, a heavier face in the mirror, or a hungrier than usual mid-morning. The goal here is not to villainize food. Food is culture and comfort. It's Friday pizza, birthday cake, and the ball game. The point is to understand levers you can move without uprooting your life. 3 practical levers make the biggest difference. First, timing. Give yourself a soft cutoff. 2 to 3 hours before bed is a solid target for most people. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you have a late shift or a long commute, make the cutoff flexible but real. Even a 60 to 90-minute buffer is better than none. Second, order. If late hunger hits, drink a full glass of water before you make any food decision. Then pause 5 to 10 minutes. If hunger is genuine, start with something that brings fiber or protein to the table. Chewing matters. Plain yogurt with cinnamon, a small handful of nuts, apple slices with a spoon of nut butter, or a modest portion of overnight oats. These signal steadiness rather than urgency. Third, swaps. If soda, energy drinks, or sweet tea are your default, create an evening alternative you actually enjoy. Sparkling water with a squeeze of lime, unsweetened iced herbal tea, or a glass of water with a few frozen berries can mimic the ritual without flipping the rush switch. Some people like a decaf coffee after dinner. If that's you, keep it simple and skip the syrups at night. Now for the surprising part that ties this together. The most disruptive nighttime habit is less about dessert on a plate and more about sweetness in a cup. Liquid sugar behaves differently. Because it arrives so quickly, your body often overshoots, processing the surge first, pushing other tasks later. That delay may sound minor, But when repeated, it's like never quite finishing the store reset before the doors open again. The result isn't dramatic in one night. It's the slow creep you feel over weeks. Softer discipline around snacks, a little less zip in your mornings, a few extra inches on the belt that seem to stick. Let's make this real with 2 small experiments you can try this week. Experiment A is the glass first rule. For 7 evenings, anytime you think about a snack, drink a full glass of water or sparkling water before deciding. Track how often the craving passes on its own. Experiment B is the no sweet liquids after 8 rule. Keep your dinner exactly the same. Just remove soda, sweet tea, and juice after 8 p.m. and replace them with unsweetened options. Keep notes on your sleep quality, morning appetite, and energy. No perfection, just observation. Some gentle safety notes, because health is personal. If you live with diabetes, are on specific medications, or have a diagnosed liver or digestive condition, your plan should be tailored with a clinician. The ideas here are educational and meant to help you ask better questions and make smarter nightly choices, not to replace care. I want you to also have a plan for when late-night sweetness feels non-negotiable. Maybe you're watching a game or celebrating a win. Pair treats with a simple boundary. Choose 1 form of sweet, not 3. If you want dessert, skip the soda. If you want the soda, pour a small glass and enjoy it slowly, then cut off further sweets. Add something to chew alongside, salted popcorn without the candy, or a piece of fruit with yogurt, so your body gets volume and fiber instead of a straight sugar rush. You're not trying to white-knuckle your way through cravings. You're learning to steer them. Over time, most people notice a few quiet wins: fewer wake-ups at night, easier mornings, and a calmer relationship with snacks. The biggest accelerator of those wins is understanding that not all nighttime calories hit the same. When sweetness shows up as a drink, it arrives like a VIP guest with a backstage pass. No line, no delay. That's why this single habit holds so much sway over how restored you feel by sunrise. We're getting close to naming the specific kitchen staple that deserves the most scrutiny after dark. The one that hides in tall cups, drive-through combos, and family-size bottles in the fridge. Once you see it clearly, you'll have the language and the tools to swap it without feeling deprived. The goal isn't to ban anything forever. It's to protect the quiet work your body wants to do while you sleep. The next tip is one of the most important, and ignoring it won't just limit your results. It can also carry unintended side effects. I'll keep it informative and practical so you can decide what fits your life. We just focused on how speed and form change the message your body gets at night. Let me pull on a single thread that explains so many late evening struggles. When sweetness arrives as a liquid, it tends to bypass the normal breaks that keep your appetite, energy, and repair processes steady while you sleep. Chewing slows you down. Fiber slows you down. Liquids usually don't. That difference, seconds versus minutes, rush versus gradual, often decides whether your liver spends the night tidying up or racing to manage an unexpected delivery. Picture 2 paths. On one path, you sit with a small bowl of plain yogurt and cinnamon, maybe a few blueberries, and you actually chew. The stomach signals fullness bit by bit. The fiber nudges the release of sugars into a calmer rhythm. On the other path, you pour a tall glass of sweet tea or fruit punch and finish it in 3 swallows. Your bloodstream gets a fast wave of sugar with almost no friction. At noon, your day may absorb that wave. After 10 p.m., and when your body is quietly shifting into maintenance, the wave is more likely to steal attention from the tasks that help you wake up feeling light and clear. This is not about demonizing treats. It's about understanding levers that give you control. Think of your evening choices like a dimmer switch instead of an on-off button. Every notch toward chewing, fiber, and slower release is a notch toward better mornings. Here are simple, realistic ways to nudge that dimmer without asking you to live like a monk. Adopt the chew first rule. If you want something sweet after dinner, pick a version you actually chew. Orange instead of orange juice. An apple with a spoonful of peanut butter instead of a sports drink. A square of dark chocolate paired with a handful of almonds rather than a milkshake. Chewing creates pause. Pause creates choice. Use the 1-glass pause. Before any late snack, drink a full glass of water or sparkling water with lemon or lime. Wait 5 to 10 minutes. Many cravings are thirst dressed up as hunger. If you still want something, you'll choose more intentionally. Learn the teaspoon trick. On U.S. labels, 4 grams of sugar equal about 1 teaspoon. If a bottle lists 40 grams per serving, that's roughly 10 teaspoons, and some bottles hold 2 servings. You deserve to know that math without fear or judgment. Knowledge turns the dimmer. Try a dilution ladder. If you love sweet tea or juice, cut it with sparkling water. Start at 3 parts drink to 1 part bubbles for a week, then go half and half, then 1 part drink to 3 parts bubbles. If you miss flavor, add sliced citrus or a few frozen berries. The ritual stays. The rush fades. Replace the sweet finish ritual, not just the liquid. Many North American evenings include a flavor cue. Dessert means the day is done. Keep the cue while changing the substance. Swap a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon and a drizzle of vanilla extract for the usual soda. Keep the spoon, the bowl, the couch. Change the rush. Prepare a late-night kit. Stock your kitchen with 3 options you can reach for without thinking. A single-serve plain yogurt, a small jar of unsalted nuts, and pre-portioned overnight oats. Oats, plus chia, plus water, or plain yogurt. When you're tired, decisions shrink to what's within arm's reach. Make the easy choice the helpful choice. A word on caffeine and sweeteners. If caffeine keeps you awake, keep cola, energy drinks, and even sweet tea out of your nighttime lineup. For no-calorie sweeteners, take a practical approach. Some people find they help reduce sugar. Others notice they keep the sweet habit alive and nudge them to snack more. You know your patterns best. Observe. Don't obsess. Let's connect this to how your liver behaves. Sugars in whole fruit arrive wrapped in fiber and water with a requirement to chew. That package asks for patient processing. Sugars in drinks arrive as VIPs with a backstage pass. No line, no delays. At night, that VIP arrival is more likely to bump repair off the schedule. Over time, the habit doesn't just affect a single evening. It shapes how refreshed you feel, how often you wake at night, and how sturdy your willpower feels when the office donuts show up at 10 a.m. I want you to have 2 small experiments for the coming week. First, the Chew Your Sweet experiment. For 7 nights, if you choose something sweet, make sure it requires chewing and contains either fiber or protein. Second, the step-down drink experiment. Move your favorite sweet drink 1 rung down the ladder each night, diluted, smaller glass, or swapped for an unsweetened option you actually enjoy. Keep a tiny note in your phone. Sleep quality, morning appetite, and afternoon energy. You're building evidence for yourself. And because health is personal, a gentle reminder. If you have diabetes, take liver-related medication, or live with a digestive condition, coordinate any nighttime changes with your clinician. These ideas are educational and meant to help you tailor choices, not medical prescriptions. You may notice small wins quickly, waking up less puffy, fewer middle-of-the-night awakenings, or an easier time passing on extra snacks the next day. Those wins add up. They come from respecting the difference between a spoon and a straw. A spoon says, "Let's slow down." A straw says, "Make it quick." At night, quick often asks your body to prioritize the wrong job at the wrong time. There's one very common item in North American kitchens, the kind that glows behind the fridge light and lives in family-size bottles, that deserves special attention after dark. Naming it isn't about blame, it's about clarity. When you see it for what it does at night, you'll find it easier to set a simple boundary that protects your sleep, your energy, and the quiet maintenance your body works hard to do while you rest. The next tip is one of the most important, and ignoring it won't just limit your results. It can also carry unintended side effects. I'll keep it informative and practical so you can decide what fits your life. It's time to look directly at the kitchen staple that most reliably pulls your body away from nighttime repair. It isn't a dessert on a plate, it's a sweetness you pour. The familiar clink of ice, the hiss of a cap, the syrupy sparkle in a tall glass. Sweetened soda, especially the big bottles that sit in many North American refrigerators, asks your system to sprint when it intended to stroll. After dark, that timing matters more than we think. Here's why the glass matters as much as the slice of cake. Liquid sugar moves fast. Without fiber or much chewing, it clears the usual checkpoints your body uses to meter the flow of energy. For many sodas sold in the US, a significant portion of that sweetness comes from forms of added sugar that your liver takes on directly. During the day, your system can often absorb the extra task. At night, the same rush can bounce repair tasks to the back of the queue. You don't need a scare story to understand the result. Lighter sleep, heavier mornings, and a slow drift toward cravings that feel louder than they should. Let's keep this practical and judgment-free. The goal isn't to outlaw your favorites, it's to move them to a time of day where your body can handle them better, or to shrink the habit so it stops stepping on your sleep. These strategies are simple, honest, and designed for real kitchens, not perfect ones. Shrink the container. Family-size bottles invite refills that you don't count. If soda is in your routine, pour it into a small glass without topping it off. Put the bottle back in the fridge before you take a sip. The extra step closes the automatic refill loop. End the free refill rule at home. Restaurants offer endless refills. Your kitchen doesn't have to. Decide in advance what enough looks like, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, and stick to that boundary after dinner. Use a measuring cup once or twice to see what your glass actually holds. Mind caffeine at night. Many colas contain caffeine. If caffeine nudges your sleep, even a small nighttime dose can matter. If you enjoy the ritual of a bubbly drink, try an unsweetened sparkling water with citrus. Keep the fizz, lose the jolt. Watch label language. Cane sugar, high fructose corn syrup, invert sugar, and fruit concentrate are all forms of added sugar. Remember the teaspoon trick. 4 grams equals about 1 teaspoon. If a bottle lists 44 grams, that's roughly 11 teaspoons. The goal isn't guilt, it's clarity. Create a friendly swap. You're not just replacing soda with plain water and hoping for the best. Give your taste buds a bridge. Sparkling water with lemon, lime, or a splash of 100% juice if you're stepping down. Iced herbal tea with a twist of orange peel. A glass of water with a few frozen berries to perfume it without flooding it with sugar. Pair soda with chewing or skip it at night. If you genuinely want a soda on a celebration night, make it a small one and pair it with fiber or protein. Salted popcorn, go easy on butter, a handful of nuts, or apple slices with a spoon of nut butter. Chewing slows intake and blunts the rush. A still better option? Choose to enjoy soda earlier in the day and keep evenings for unsweetened drinks. Replace the habit, not just the drink. For many people, soda marks the end of the day the way dessert does. Keep the ritual, but swap the content. A warm herbal tea in a favorite mug or sparkling water in a chilled glass. The brain loves cues. Give it a new one. A note on diet options. Drinks with non-caloric sweeteners contain little to no sugar, which can be helpful for some. For others, the intense sweetness keeps the late-night sweet switch flipped on and can lead to more snacking. There's no moral here, only observation. If a diet soda helps you avoid sugar at night and doesn't stir up cravings, that may be a practical stepping stone. If you find yourself grazing more when you drink it, try an unsweetened alternative. Address the 2-liter trap. A large bottle on the counter invites mindless sipping. If you can, stop buying family-size containers for the house. Choose single cans if you plan to have one, and keep them for earlier hours. It's easier to count 1 can than 3 refills. Build a buffer. Give your last calories some space before bed, 2 to 3 hours when possible. If life requires late meals, keep dinner balanced and steady. Vegetables, a protein you tolerate, and a moderate portion of starch. Then choose water or unsweetened tea. You'll go to bed with your body moving toward maintenance rather than ramping back up to handle a sugar wave. If you live with diabetes, use medications that affect blood sugar, or have a diagnosed liver or digestive condition, tailor your plan with a professional who knows your history. This guidance is educational and meant to help you notice patterns and set up your evenings with care. What you may notice when soda leaves the night: sleep that feels deeper, mornings that start without the sugar hangover, and a little more steadiness as the day ramps up. You may also notice that the mid-morning snack loses some of its grip. That's your body returning to the maintenance rhythm it prefers at night. These wins aren't dramatic fireworks. They're quiet, repeatable improvements that add up. If you've relied on soda as dessert in a cup, try a gentle taper. For 2 weeks, shift any soda you drink to lunchtime only. On week 3, cut the portion by a third. On week 4, switch your evening drink to sparkling water with citrus or unsweetened iced herbal tea. Keep one true treat each week if you want it, just not after dinner. You're building flexibility, not rules. The point is not to earn a gold star. It's to protect the hours when your body does repairs you can't see but definitely feel the next day. By bringing clarity to a single nightly choice, what's in the glass, you create room for better sleep, calmer appetite signals, and a liver that can handle tomorrow's work with a little more ease. That's a compassionate way to live, and it's well within reach. The next tip is one of the most important, and ignoring it won't just limit your results. It can also carry unintended side effects. I'll keep it informative and practical, so you can decide. We just named the nightly saboteur that pulls your body away from repair, and now it's time to replace that pattern with one that actually works in a real North American evening. Busy schedules, late games on TV, leftovers in the fridge, and the siren song of the pantry. Let's set you up with a plan that respects real life. The goal isn't to become a perfect eater. It's to create a nighttime rhythm that lets your liver get back to its quiet, important housekeeping while you rest. Start by choosing a finish line you can live with most days. 2 to 3 hours between your last calories and your head on the pillow is a strong target, but it must fit your reality. If you get home late or work a second shift, shrink that window to something doable. Even 60 to 90 minutes helps. Set a signal so your brain knows the kitchen is closing. Dim the lights, run the dishwasher, or make a cup of unsweetened herbal tea. Your body loves routines. Give it one that whispers, "We're winding down." Next, build friction into the sweet drink habit. If soda or sweet tea is your default, make the easy choice the helpful choice. Keep sparkling water cold on the top shelf where your eyes land first. Store any sweet drinks on a lower shelf, behind leftovers, not in the door. Use single cans instead of family-size bottles. When a craving hits, use the 1-glass pause. Drink a full glass of water, wait 5 to 10 minutes, then decide. Many urges fade with that pause. No willpower contest required. Now, let's talk about what to eat when late hunger is real. You'll do best with something that asks you to chew, offers fiber or protein, and arrives in a modest portion. Think simple, clean flavors over syrupy sweetness. Here are 4 ready-to-use ideas that fit American kitchens. Plain Greek yogurt, cinnamon, and a few crushed walnuts. Creamy, chewy, steady. Apple slices with a spoonful of unsweetened peanut or almond butter. Sweetness you chew. Savory oats. Quick oats cooked with water, a pinch of salt, and a dash of olive oil. Top with a few pumpkin seeds. Comfort without the sugar rush. Cottage cheese with cucumber and a sprinkle of black pepper. Cool, filling, and quiet on your system. If you love ritual, keep it. Swap the contents, not the moment. Use your favorite glass for sparkling water with a lemon wedge. Keep the movie, keep the couch. Change what's in the hand. Your brain craves continuity. Give it a familiar shape with a different substance. Portion is a quiet lever that changes a lot. North American servings tend to grow when we're tired. Bowls get deeper, glasses get taller. Choose small bowls and short, wide glasses at night so a reasonable portion looks satisfying. Pre-portion snacks in the afternoon when your judgment is stronger. When the sun is down, your brain appreciates fewer decisions. Let's add 2 smart safeguards. First, the fiber-first rule. If a craving is pulling you to something sweet, eat or drink something with fiber first. An apple, a few carrot sticks, or a small bowl of unsweetened oats. Often, the sweet craving softens enough that you can choose a calmer option. Second, the protein pinch. If dinner was light on protein, a bite or 2 of a protein food at night, like yogurt or a few nuts, can settle genuine hunger that would otherwise send you hunting for quick energy. If caffeine nudges your sleep, set a personal cutoff. Many colas and energy drinks include caffeine. After mid-afternoon, especially at night, that small jolt can echo longer than you expect. Lean on decaf coffee, herbal iced tea, or sparkling water in the evening so your sleep gets a smoother runway. Let's address the social side, because health happens around people. Game night with pizza? Enjoy a slice or two, then switch to unsweetened drinks for the rest of the evening. Birthday cake at 8:30 p.m.? Savor a small piece and pair it with water. Skip the soda. A diner stop after a late shift? Choose a balanced plate. Eggs, vegetables if available, and a modest portion of potatoes. Then call it a night. Drink wise. The point is to keep wins possible even when life is happily imperfect. A quick reminder on labels so your choices feel informed, not anxious. On U.S. nutrition labels, 4 grams of sugar equals roughly 1 teaspoon. A 20-ounce bottle listing 65 grams contains about 16 teaspoons. Seeing that number clearly helps you choose timing and portion without drama. It's not a moral score. It's a steering wheel. Because health is personal, keep your clinician in the loop if you live with diabetes, take medications that affect blood sugar, or have a diagnosed liver or digestive condition. These ideas are educational and help you design evenings that treat your body with respect. What tends to happen when you apply even 2 or 3 of these ideas? Evenings feel calmer, sleep gets a touch deeper, mornings bring steadier energy, and cravings lose some of their urgency. Those are everyday wins that compound. You'll likely notice you don't need to white-knuckle your way past the pantry because your routine carries you. Now comes a final, practical layer that ties everything together. The way you prepare a late snack matters as much as what you choose. Temperature, texture, portion, and timing can tip your body toward repair instead of rush. I'm going to show you a simple preparation that respects your cravings and your liver's schedule. A method you can assemble in minutes with common grocery items and use any night you need it. The next tip is one of the most important, and ignoring it won't just limit your results. It can also carry unintended side effects. I'll keep it informative and practical so you can decide what fits your life. Here's the clear, calm truth we've been building toward. The nighttime choice that most often steals hours from your body's repair window is liquid sugar, especially sweetened sodas that show up in tall cups, drive-through combos, and big bottles in the fridge. After dark, that fast arrival asks your system to shift from maintenance back to processing. You don't need a scare story to respond to that. You need a safe, satisfying alternative that you can prepare the right way, in the right amount, without turning your evening into a chemistry experiment. Let's name the principle and then put it to work. Principle: at night, pick foods that require chewing, deliver fiber or protein, and come in a single, modest portion. Preparation matters because it sets the pace. When you assemble a snack that is cool, gently sweet or savory, and portioned ahead of time, you remove friction and protect your repair window. Here is a dependable, night-friendly preparation that fits North American grocery carts and tastes good enough to repeat. You can assemble it in 5 minutes earlier in the evening, so it's waiting when you need it. Use a small jar or bowl you like. Combine 3 level tablespoons of old-fashioned oats, half a cup, 120 milliliter of plain yogurt or kefir, a quarter cup, 60 milliliter of water, 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, a light shake of cinnamon, and, if you want gentle sweetness, half a small ripe banana mashed in. Stir well, cover and chill at least 15 minutes. More time is fine. When it's time to eat, give it a quick stir and enjoy it slowly with a spoon. The texture invites chewing, the fiber and protein steady you, and the portion, about 200 to 250 grams, keeps the night calm. If you prefer savory, skip the banana, add a pinch of sea salt, and finish with a few pumpkin seeds for crunch. Pair this with a simple, unsweetened drink ritual. If you love bubbles, pour chilled sparkling water into your favorite glass and add a squeeze of lemon or lime. If you prefer warmth, choose a caffeine-free herbal tea. Chamomile, ginger, or mint are widely available in U.S. supermarkets. Keep syrups and honey for daytime. At night, the aim is steady. You might be wondering about diet sodas or sugar-free options. Some people find they help cut sugar. Others notice the intense sweetness keeps cravings alive. The right choice is the one that helps you consume less sweetness overall at night without triggering more snacking. If a diet soda works as a stepping stone while you shift habits, use it intentionally and observe how you feel. If it stirs up more grazing, switch to unsweetened bubbles or herbal tea. Let's make this plan resilient in real-world moments. Ball game on the couch? Portion your snack before the first pitch and pour your drink into a single glass. No refills. Late shift with a quick stop at a diner? Choose eggs and a side of vegetables or fruit, ask for water or unsweetened tea, and skip the refill culture. Family movie night with pizza? Enjoy a slice or two, then switch to sparkling water and pause sweets after the first treat. The ritual stays fun without your body having to sprint at 11 p.m. Because health is personal, align this approach with your clinician if you live with diabetes, take medications that affect blood sugar, or have a diagnosed liver or digestive condition. Everything here is educational and aimed at helping you ask better questions and set up a nighttime routine that supports how you want to feel in the morning. You've waited for the promised bonus, and here it is. Short, clear, and meant to live on your phone. Save it, print it, or tape it inside a cabinet door. 1 minute, 5 steps. Aim to finish calories 2 to 3 hours before bed when you can. If life is hectic, protect at least 60-90 minutes. If a craving arrives, drink a full glass of water first and wait 5 to 10 minutes. If hunger is real, choose one modest portion that requires chewing and includes fiber or protein. Keep nighttime drinks unsweetened, sparkling water with citrus or herbal tea, and limit sweet liquids after 8 p.m. Prep tomorrow's evening snack before you start dinner so future you has an easy, steady choice. And a second bonus, because momentum loves a nudge. A fast add-on that many people enjoy the next day to support steadier evenings. At lunch, include a handful of bitter or peppery greens, arugula, kale, or mustard greens, alongside a protein you like and a squeeze of lemon. These flavors can help reset your appetite cues so late-night sweetness feels less loud. Keep it simple and enjoyable, no need for perfection. What you can expect when you practice this consistently is not a dramatic overnight change, but a set of quiet upgrades. Sleep that feels more restorative, mornings that don't start with a sugar fog, and a calmer relationship with snacks. You'll likely find that one small preparation ritual, mixing that jar, pouring that sparkling water, makes the late-night decision feel settled before the craving even shows up. That sense of control is motivating, and it spreads to other parts of your day. Let me close with a straightforward encouragement. You're not trying to win health with a single heroic act. You're teaching your nights to cooperate with your mornings. By moving liquid sweetness out of the evening and moving a simple, chewable, portion-aware snack in, you create room for your body to do repair work you'll feel. More energy, steadier mood, better focus. Share what helps you with someone you care about. Keep a favorite unsweetened drink on deck and celebrate the small wins as they add up.